Market Prospects, delivering timely information and education to prairie farmers for 30 years. Market Prospects is brought to you by the University of Saskatchewan's Department of Bioresource Policy, Business and Economics, and these sponsors. Log on to marketprospects.usask.ca to view past programs and for information on upcoming programs.
Well, this week in our Market Prospects interview, we focus on adding value to agricultural production on the Canadian prairies. Joining us in studio is Jason Skotheim, an agricultural economist and Vice President of Operations with Horizon Pet Nutrition in Rosthern. Mr. Skotheim, great to have you in Farmgate.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Right off the top, then let's talk about your company and how it adds value to prairie crops.
Our company, the product we produce is it's premium dry pet food for the North American market. Within this context, we use a lot of Saskatchewan products within it, some meats, protein sources. We also use cereal grains, we use pulse grains, we use oil seeds within that production. Within this, like pet food is a premium market, and it's partly due to that bond that people have with their pets. And because of that strong bond, it's a responsibility that we take very seriously. We want to produce a safe, nutritious product that enhances your pet's life and do it at a cost that's very competitive. So that's our value proposition to our consumers.
So what are some of the opportunities and constraints, I guess, for value-added operations here on the Canadian prairies?
In terms of when we look at the prairies, I think like agriculture is seen as a growth industry globally, and I agree fully with that. It's the fact that it's with the technology that's coming through, it's a lot easier to actually communicate and sort of attach yourself to that or get your story out about those products. So I think there's opportunities for businesses like ours or other value-added operations within the Saskatchewan landscape. With us, when we're looking at challenges, labor is always an issue, but it's not something that can't be overcome. Transportation was sort of thought as an issue when we were first coming into this for Saskatchewan, because we are a long ways from the market. But for a product like ours that's going out on dry vans, it's actually an opportunity because there's more product coming into Saskatchewan, so we get backhaul rates into certain markets. And so then we target those markets within it because obviously it helps with our bottom line. I guess the main thing to sort of keep in mind is the fact that Saskatchewan really isn't our market when we look at it. We do very well here. We appreciate the support that we do get from at home and stuff, but it's just we're not a big enough population base for us to really sustain our business within that context. And so I guess one of the other constraints is just being able to go out and get so that you can understand your consumer, understand that customer, so that you can actually come back and understanding the customer is one component. The second component is executing at a high level of attention to detail.
How important is it to your customers that you use homegrown ingredients in your operation? We see when we go out into these markets, Saskatchewan in particular, well, the Prairie region, but particularly Saskatchewan is seen as a very pristine environment. And that is very endearing to a lot of our consumers and our customers. It's near and dear to our hearts, and the ingredients that we chose are primarily Saskatchewan grown ingredients. And the reason for that is there's a couple of advantages to us, not only from the fact that the consumer's perception, but it's also the fact that it gives us certainty of supply, and also because there's, like this is essentially the greatest source of it in terms of the quality of those ingredients. The better kibble or better ingredients creates better kibble. How important is it that you access relevant information or research, I guess, for your company, and also is it important to be directly involved in research as well?
The
there's two components to this, and it's keeping up with the research that's happening kind of globally, but it's the component of being directly involved with that research which really differentiates you. And when we look at research, I sort of break it down into a couple of different categories. There's the traditional research where it'd be a person or a scientist working in a lab or what have you, like using a scientific method to answer specific questions, like at a university or what have you. And we do participate with that with the Western College of Vet Medicine and also with the College of Agriculture. So we participate within that, and that's excellent in terms of adding credibility to us within the marketplace. There's also the research in terms of enhancing the quality and the safety of our food. And with those types of things, we're working specifically with like groups like the Food Center and places like that. And the objective there is obviously just to essentially enhance the quality and the safety. We also do a lot of research on our own in terms of looking at how can we enhance the, how can we either reduce cost or simplify the process so that we become more efficient. And so from that perspective, like there's research that's sort of that happens at all these different levels. And every time that you're involved or you're working on that, either directly or indirectly or in participation, it always makes you deeper in terms of your understanding as to what's going on and what's happening. So it's highly important.
Great information. Thanks for coming on Farmgate.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take a break again. We're back in 2 minutes. Please stay with us.